Kim, what have you been doing for the last 6 years since you retired as a player?
So yeah, I mean, I've been a stay-at-home dad. My wife, she went to medical school, so I took great care of the children, I think. But we can debate that. But I also had an interesting education with UEFA, the Masters of International Players, which is a program that more or less prepare former football players to roles like this in FAs or in clubs or like this kind of environment, like that, so we can bring our knowledge and expertise forward. But obviously we need some more tools in the toolbox, and I think I have that now, and so I'm very pleased to be able to try out all my skills and all my ideas in this new role.
Could you explain just a little bit? I think is it football SvFF in Swedish? So is it head of football maybe in English?
Yeah, I would say so. That was the idea. So I'm glad you.
That's the first time for this time.
I'm very happy you caught that one. So more or less I will be in charge of all football in the Swedish FA. All national teams or education. It will be all under my department, and so in that case I will be able to affect all our national teams, but also our coaching and education, player education. So it's a very wide role, it's a wide scope, but I will have a lot of really competent people with me. So I think it's something that was needed to be done here at the Swedish FA to try to more focus on actually the core business, which is football. So very pleased with the role, but also with how the role is developed.
It reminds me a lot of the role you had in the national team.
Yeah, a little bit maybe. Yeah. So I think it's my role. Obviously, will be I will not have time because to be too much into the details, but I will more have a strategic role. So yeah, it's a very interesting one, and I think hopefully I can have a great effect in the Swedish football in the future.
You've played for some very big clubs in Europe. You've played in some of the biggest tournaments for the national team. What are you going to bring with you from all of that, from your playing career, into this job?
Yeah, obviously, the knowledge and the experience I have, and I know what it takes to become an elite footballer or a national team player here in Sweden. Obviously, I have great relationships with a lot of people in this industry abroad, but also here in Sweden. So, yeah, I think also it's all football is a lot about energy and have that burning desire to try to develop and change and do things better, and always be part of positive change. So and as a player you always the next pass, the next shot, the next goal, the next game, next season. And I think it's no difference here. We always need to move forward and try to develop.
What is the priority now for you? Because both the men's and the women's teams have had some good results lately, but some not so great ones. What's the major priorities for you in Swedish football?
Yeah, obviously we need to find a head coach for the men's national team. I mean, that is a priority number one by far. But after that, there is a lot of things to be done. But I think we need to take our time. We need to analyze a little bit, where we are, why we are there, where we want to go, how we can get there, and who is the people, who is going to implement all that. So, we have quite a large task in front of us, but, that's the fun.
Did you have any conversations with Arséne Wenger before you took this job?
No, not on this job, but I think the last time we spoke was actually in our when we were with the MIP program, and he spoke. I think he's really like former players educate themselves and then trying to be a part of the football industry and try to develop it. Because in the back of our heads we're always players, so we will always have the best interest of the players on our mind.
Will you be contacting people like him and some of your former coaches to get some guidance as you start into this role on the 1st of January?
That's not impossible. I think great advice from great people who has lived this before. I think I am 100%. I completely understand that I don't have all the answers, and sharing the responsibility is important, but also take advice from people who has actually done it. So yeah, of course, that's gonna be some. I'm gonna hopefully reach out to some people to try to help me and guide me.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.